What's going on, everybody? This is Paul with 12voltreview.com, and today we're looking at another new for 2014. We got the Pioneer radio, the DEH-X3600S. This is the first radio that Pioneer is going to offer that offers SiriusXM Ready capabilities. It's probably going to average around, I think, 109, 119, something like that. It's going to come with a 1-year warranty. It's being so new, it may not be on the shelves just yet, but then again, you might look around, you might find one. Anyway, let's get this thing out of the box, and we'll see what's all inside of it, and we'll mount it up, see what the back of it looks like, turn around, plug it in, and see what the front looks like. Alright. Got the harness, that's what helps wire it up and power it up, and all kinds of sound and stuff. We got the installation screws and CD keys. Here's the remote control. Once everything on the radio is set up, you can just use the remote and not have to worry about ever touching the radio ever again. Alright, got the handy dandy remote, and we also got the warranty card paper pulling out of the box. There's nothing else in the box, so I'm going to set that off to the side. Got the little styrofoam pieces that help to great for shipping. Got the little plastic bag, and it comes with little corner protectors, so you can peel those off. That's to protect the corners inside the bag that's inside the styrofoam inside the box. Kind of like the not on the log with the bottom of the sea type of something there. Anyway, when you first notice it has like a little tab on the side. It kind of gives you the basic features of the radio. It's really made for like stores with displays. They stick the radios on the wall and this like hangs out the side. You can get rid of it easily by just popping the face off, and it just slides right out. Anyway, that's the radio there. Let's get it mounted up, and we'll look at the back of it, flip it around, and power up the front side, and we'll see what it looks like when it's powered up. Alright, we got it backed up here. And let's see, we'll start from the left hand side and see what all kinds of stuff it has. It's got the FM antenna. That's for your local radio stations. This little new port right here, this is the port for the SiriusXM. You get to purchase an optional module to plug into here. Then the SiriusXM Ready features will get turned on, and you can subscribe and listen to satellite radio. You also got your fuse and power plug input right here. Over here, this is a wired remote input. So if your car has steering controls for the radio, you can purchase another optional module to wire it to the car, program it to the car, and for this radio, so you can continue using your steering controls with the new radio with this little plug-in right here. Right over here, you got your front 2-volt pre-outs, rear / subwoofer 2-volt pre-outs. So you have two sets of pre-outs. You can have two 2-channel amps, one 4-channel amp, one 2-channel amp with a bass amp. You could probably rig in a 4-channel amp, or a 5-channel amp, and wide off with the rear for subs, but you wouldn't have full subwoofer control through the radio that way. Other than that, that's pretty much it from the back of the radio. Let's get it turned around, powered up, and we'll see what the front. Alright, we got it powered up here. It's asking for a setup. I'll hit yes. And it just basically asking to set the time, which is always good, because if you skip that and try to set the time later, it's kind of hard to do. Anyway, we get out of this little menu here, and go and go back to the radio. This radio has a nice glossy black finish. It's got illumination bars on the side, which are actually different from the ones from last year. The 2013 models, I'll say last year, this current year, but last year for these radios, is like a solid color, but these actually have a clear, translucent color. You can actually see through them, which is really neat. Yeah, it kind of gives a more professional look. Anyway, you got your eject button here, got your CD slot. Over here, you got your USB, which is highlighted in whatever color this side is highlighted. You got your aux input, which is not illuminated, but it's right underneath the USB. So at nighttime, it'll be a little hard to see, but you'll be able to feel it down there. And you get your little dust door that covers the USB. You also got your presets, and right underneath your illuminated numbers. Actually, yeah. This is your display. You got your clock and frequency. So like if you, let's say you set the clock and you change some stations using the channel track buttons, after a few seconds it goes back to clock. If you just leave it on frequency, it'll just stay on frequency and they never show you the clock without, you know, you just have to go this way and it'll turn it on. Over here in this corner, that's the display. There's your source button. You know, right now it just has radio and aux input. If I put a CD in or put a USB in, it gives me more functions or more sources on the screen. If you have a thumb drive or Android or iPhone near, that's where the search button comes. You can actually search for your songs a little faster. Down here is your back out button. If you get into the menus, you can back out. If you hold the same button down, it puts on the dimmer, which dims it down just a hair. Like if it's just had to be just too bright at night, you can dim it down. You hold it down again, it turns the brightness back on. Over here you get your band button, which if you're in the radio, you get your FM1, FM2, FM3, and AM. So that way you can program 18 FM stations and 6 AM stations. So out of all those thousands of AM stations, you can only choose 6. So choose wisely. Because you know AM is like the best ever. Anyway, you also got your mix tracks. This is for, it's a free program that you can download from Pioneer. It's totally free. PioneerElectronics.com/mix tracks or something like that. You'll see links to it. You download it to your computer, and then when you run it, you can dump all the music that you want into the program and just select whatever beat you want. And they have like the country beats, techno, rock, all kinds of different styles of beats. And what it does is like a DJ at a club, it mixes all the songs together to make one continuous song or music. And when it does that, every time it comes into a song, the other one, it plays that, you know, that particular beat to kind of blend it in, to help blend it in and everything. And it'll blink and flash and do different stuff like that. And as you see, it's in demo mode, which is something you really want to turn off when you first get your new radio. So any radio that has demo mode, before you do any setting changes, go find out where you can turn that sucker off. Alright, let's get into the menus, and we'll see what we got in there. Let's see, we got the menu, function. We're going to function, we got best station memory, local, seek, manual, probably all the presets, or back to manual. So that way when you search, instead of going through here, it'll go through stations, and back to base station memory. The next one's audio. On audio, fader, balance, we all know what those are. EQ settings, you got your powerful, it has like a little graphic symbol there to kind of match what the settings are. You got custom 1, custom 2, that way you can program 2 different style of settings. But you go into here, you got your hertz, which starts off at your bass, and you get your mid bass, mids, mid tweeters, tweeters or highs, and select whichever one you want. We'll start with let's say the tweeters here, and you crank up +6, -6, and you'll see the little thing highlighted. Enter that, you can go down to the mid tweeters, and you can crank it up to whatever you want. And apparently you get 6 settings, but you only got 2 bars of line, so it's not very accurate on that little bar on your EQ curve, but it's close. Anyway, you got your mids. You can select whichever ones you want for those. Mid bass and your bass, however you want it. Like I said, +6, -6 is your range of selections. Alright, so I've changed all those. I'm going to back out. After EQ settings, we got loudness off, or low, mid, or high. That really gives you pronounced output on all your settings and audio. Subwoofer, normal, or reverse. You usually just leave it on normal unless you're an audiophile and like to really tune in some stuff. Subwoofer control, this is where you can control the actual subwoofer output. You got 80 hertz, I think all up to like 200. Yeah, 200. It goes from 50 to 200. Usually you start at 80 hertz as a base, and every car's acoustics, the box acoustics, the the amp, the way it's set up, all that affects the way the sound output comes to your subwoofers. So you have to take all that in mind and just use 80 as a base, and you have to kind of adjust it from there. After you select that, you get your +6, -6, and you got your dB gain. I believe that's what that is. And after that, we got bass boost. You get just extra harder hit to the bass. High pass filter settings. That's just if you want to take some bass out of your highs. And back to fader. Alright, that's all for the audio section. Next one is illumination. Key color. The key is this section over here and this section over here. You set the white, red, amber, green. What's set to white? As you can see, just this part is white and this part is white. The other one is display color, which is everything in between. You can make it whatever color you want. We'll make it green. So you have white, green in the middle. Or you can select both colors and it gives you whatever color you want. Just make it all one color. Or you can decide to cycle through the color that you want. Illumination effects on, that's when stuff blinks and stuff and all kinds of stuff like that. You just turn it off and on. That's all for the color feed or illumination features. Next one is system. Got your clock set, so this is where you can go change your clock settings if you need to. Adjust time. You get your 12 and 24 hours. Info, display, you got piano and level sources, whatever you want to see on the screen besides 1 o'clock or 89.9 or whatever station you have it set to, or like a level meter. We also got aux on, aux off. This just turns the auxiliary on the front of the radio off or on. It comes by default on, so you can play music. If you don't want aux, you can turn it off. But why get a radio aux input if you can't use it? Anyway, next one after that is dimmer off. That just dims the lights like before just a little bit. Okay, let's see, we got the brightness. I believe this gives you 5 levels of brightness or dimming capability that we can really adjust. If it's like if dimmer is too low or too high, you can adjust it between. We also got demo mode. This is where you can actually turn demo mode off. Yes. Cancel if you don't want to. If you just want to leave it on demo mode and restart your settings. So demo mode's off, and that actually should take it out of the menu. Clock set, 24 hours. See, it's out of the menu now, but you can turn it back on in the off menu. Okay, after system goes to mix tracks. This is where you can play short playback, 1.5, 2, or 3 minutes worth of music before it changes to the next song. 1 minute, it'll play 1 minute of music, one song, and you go to the next song, play it for 1 minute. Flash area, got the key and display, so everything flashes, or you have just the keys blinking when the mix track program is running. Flash pattern, you can have it go by sound level. Cut-in effects, display effects, and after that, go back to function. Oh, that's it for all those features. There's no more else in the menus. If I haven't covered it, it's probably not that much, but this radio does have a nice professional look. It's got a little piece of silver between or gray, whatever you want to call it, between the buttons and the thing. Kind of gives it a little nice look to it. Like I said, it's SiriusXM Ready. You have to purchase an optional module. There's a part for the stereo control module. It's optional as well. The CD and the USB thumb drives play WMA's MP3s. It plays iPhones or iPods. Charges it up as well. If you have an Android, there is an app that you can get. You can play your Android, smartphone capable phones also. So you can also detach the face if you want. You can take it off, take it with you. If you have a CD playing or USB or whatever, it'll actually stop playing. But when you plug it back in, of course, the USB will be sticking out on the face as you take it off, so you may want to pull it off with you so that it won't get broke or lost or whatever. Alright, we got to put it back in the box. That was the Pioneer DEH-X3600S. It's the first radio For 2014, it's going to be SiriusXM Ready and serial control input ready. Got variable illumination, CD player, remote. The average price is going to probably be around $109, $119. 1 year warranty, and it actually looks really nice. It's nice and professional. It's got, you know, glossy black features, nice illumination. It's not near as bright as it was for the 2013 radios. Anyway, this is Paul at 12overview.com. I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all have an awesome day, and please subscribe.